Hey guys, just wanted to do a quick video just to chime in on what happened in the Senate today. I'm sure you've already heard that Senate Republicans have voted down a proposal that would establish yet another congressional investigation into the riots at the U.S. Capitol building that occurred on January 6th. As you know, this had already passed the House. I believe it was earlier this week or last week. And what the Democrats and Republicans who don't like Trump were hoping to do is establish a 9/11 style commission to further investigate the lead up to the U.S. Capitol riots and the event itself. Now, most people who are sane acknowledge that this whole thing is ridiculous because, like Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell pointed out, there are already congressional investigations into this matter. So we're already going to find out what happened. Not only that, the Federal Bureau of Investigation has also been looking into this as well. As a matter of fact, they've arrested quite a few people in connection with the riots, and they do know that they were planned beforehand. So we're already going to get the truth. It's not clear what further truth that the FBI wouldn't have been able to turn up that we would be getting as a result of yet another investigation. But if you're cynical like I am, you see this for what it was. It was just a political ploy designed to keep the Capitol riots in the public attention so that they can continue exploiting it to smear conservatives and Republicans and to possibly influence the 2022 election and maybe even the 2024 elections as well. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much what the Democrats were doing, and they failed. Now, they're none too happy about this, as you might imagine. A lot of high-profile leftists in the activist media and high-profile Democratic lawmakers have made their feelings known already, only a few hours after the vote was taken. And I just kind of wanted to go over some of that, and I wanted to share with you some of the reactions that I've seen. Now, the first thing that I'll share with you is a recording of various House Democrats who were, complaining about the fact that they weren't able to get this beloved commission that they were trying to get. So I'm going to play a little bit of audio from that. Give me just 1 second. And here we go. If you listen closely, you can hear Eric Swalwell right about now. Yeah. Okay, I don't need to keep playing more of it. I mean, you get the basic idea. Now, as you can see, they're very upset about this, right? Now, I think that some of them are sincere in believing that this was necessary and that in order to get to the bottom of the truth, then we need yet another investigation. So I can respect that they're just wrong. But like I said, I think the main motivation for this is political, and they just want yet another political cudgel to use against former President Donald Trump and everybody who doesn't hate his rotten guts. So I also want to read some quotes from Twitter. And then again, this is going to give you a better idea as to how Democrats are responding, maybe even what they'll do in the future, because I don't think that this fight is over. I think they want this commission, or they'll at least seek out another way, again, to exploit what happened at the riots, which obviously I've condemned many, many times, but they're trying to exploit it for political purposes. And I don't think they're going to stop. I mean, they have to have a way to deflect from President Biden's failures, right? I mean, they have to keep Americans also distracted from the fact that they want to blow out the budget on a lot of stuff that isn't going to do anybody any good except for probably their friends and family and other cronies. So I am going to pull up some tweets here for you. Just a few. I mean, I'm pretty sure you don't want to deal with too much whining. And here we go. I figured I'd set the mood. This is from House Speaker Nancy Pelosi. Quote, Mitch McConnell asked Senate Republicans to do him a personal favor and vote against the January 6th commission. In bowing to McConnell's personal favor request, Republican senators surrendered to the January 6th mob assault. Now, from Representative Steny Hoyer, who represents Maryland's 5th Congressional District, he says, quote, it is unconscionable that Senate Republicans would so brazenly block the creation of an independent, bipartisan commission to investigate the attack on the Capitol on January 6th. The American people deserve to know the facts in full. Next, we have washed-up media personality Keith Olbermann, and he says in part, quote, forget it. Appoint a special prosecutor and indict the Republicans who fomented the coup attempt. Why? To quote Dave Chappelle, because fuck them, that's why. Oddly enough, he made no mention of Kunta Kinte as he has in past tweets. Next up, we have former Veep actress Julia Louis-Dreyfus. I mispronounced her name. I'm going to start that over. Next, we have noted political expert and Veep actress Julia Louis-Dreyfus. And she says, quote, Senate Republicans are blocking the January 6th commission by using the most undemocratic tool in their arsenal. Instead of screaming into a pillow, direct that rage into your senator's voicemail box and tell them to hashtag end the filibuster. Next, we have failed presidential candidate Amy Klobuchar, who specializes in allowing police officers to get away with overstepping their boundaries. She says, quote, the votes against the January 6th commission are votes against finding the truth. Simple as that. That was short, sweet, and to the point. Last, but most certainly not least, we have Representative Val Demings, who represents Florida's 10th Congressional District. And she writes, quote, the so-called Law and Order GOP senators blocked investigation of a violent crime. They blocked an independent bipartisan commission with equal representation. Its only mission to find out what went wrong on January 6th, who participated, and how we can protect our democracy. I'm going to let that sink in. Yeah. You know, it's times like these where you think back to other events that deserve this type of investigation, none of which are as bad as the Capitol riots. But they got their own investigations. They've got their own congressional investigations. 9/11. We have often compared January 6th to 9/11. As a matter of fact, I will say it here and I will say it publicly. The January 6th Capitol riots are the new 9/11. And it is rather unfortunate that members of the Republican Party in Congress are not willing to treat it as such. Excuse me. We as a nation need to come together and acknowledge the evil that was done on January 6th. How many lives it ruined. Even worse than the George Floyd riots that ended up with 20 people dead and black neighborhoods destroyed. Black businesses destroyed. Black livelihoods destroyed. It pales into comparison to what these foolish thugs did at the United States Capitol on the 6th. And I'm calling on every Republican, every sensible conservative to vote out every single lawmaker who didn't vote in favor of the Democrats' latest efforts to advance their political agenda. I would say more, but I don't want to get too emotional. But as we go into the weekend, I ask that you pray. That's all we can do is just pray. Pray that we will finally get to the bottom of what happened, because we know that the FBI can't do it. We know that congressional investigations that are already in place can't do it. We need one more investigation, then we will know everything, and America will be saved. Thank you for watching.